Oh my god, new Fortnite season, so what am I of course about to drop the best optimization FPS boost guide. Quick disclaimer, I'm first of all going to cover some very basic stuff like NVIDIA Profile Inspector settings and all of that. And if you after all of these steps still want to advance more guys, I have separate videos where I do actual BIOS tweaks. So therefore these are also going to be linked in the video description. Guys, we're getting 500 FPS while looking into the map, and all you gotta do is of course here copy all of my in-game settings. First of all guys, always make sure that you use full screen. For my resolution, I of course applied in-game 1720x1080, but you can also use native. These things should be turned off, and frame rate limiter, I usually have locked 3 FPS underneath my maximum refresh rate, which is 240 Hz as of right now. I just changed it right now to show you how much FPS we could get. And for the rendering mode guys, of course use the performance mode. This one works the best as of right now on AMD and NVIDIA, so therefore utilize it. And now for the graphics quality, my 3D res is on 100%, viewing distance on near and textures on low. Of course you could go as low as 70% for your 3D res without having any noticeable competitive disadvantage. I'm just gonna put both of these gameplays side by side guys, and you can literally see that the difference is so small. If you're still struggling with performance, you can go as low as you please to, but anything under 50% is gonna look pretty bad and give you a noticeable competitive disadvantage. The most important setting under advanced graphics is report performance stats, and this one you want to disable. And super important under audio and sound is the sound quality. This one you want to put to low, and visualized sound effects should be turned off guys, actually, if you're struggling with performance. And this is how I'm getting up to 500 FPS while even looking at one of the new POIs in-game guys, so therefore copy these settings. And now let's continue with the system tweaks. And to actually get a true stretch resolution in Fortnite with zero additional latency, all you gotta do is open up your NVIDIA control panel or AMD Catalyst, and then under change resolution guys, you're going to find choose the resolution. Then make sure to select the native one of your PC, and then should say customized. Then it says here enable resolutions not exposed by display, which we want to check, and create custom resolution. And in here guys, you're gonna make sure that you put in exactly the stretch resolution which you want to utilize. For me it's gonna be 1720x1080 and the maximum refresh rate of my current monitor here. Then all you gotta do is click under test, and after you're done, the resolution should appear in customs. Now what you gotta do is click under OK, and once we now actually scroll up, we can now select 1720x1080 as our native resolution for our display, which you want to do if you don't want additional input delay. But it doesn't stop here. There are 2 more steps which you also have to do to actually avoid additional input delay with a stretch res. Go into your Windows search bar, type in that percenter, temp percenter, and open it up. And once here, you're going to click under local, press F on your keyboard for Fortnite game, go into saved, config, Windows client, and then you're going to find your game user settings. Open them up, and once in here, you're going to scroll all the way down until you can actually find your resolution sizes X and Y, which you're then going to change to 1720x1080 or whatever stretch res you guys want to play. Make sure that it's applied for both of them, and then all you gotta do is click under File and Save, and you're good to go with this step. Then additionally, you want to go into your Fortnite folder, which is for me gonna be local disk C, then program files, then Epic Games, Fortnite, then Fortnite game, binaries, and Windows 64. And once you're in here, you want to scroll down all the way until you can actually find your Fortnite client Windows 64 shipping exit. You want to right click onto it, go into properties, and now in this new window you want to click under compatibility and make sure to disable full screen optimization. Trust me guys, this might cause actually stutter for you. Now I'm about to show you guys something very important. This here is a DDR4 module, this is a DDR5 module, and so many people have really good RAM, but they're not utilizing the full speed. And trust me, especially for Fortnite, this can make a huge difference. This one here, as an example, can actually do 6000 megahertz, as it says here on this small info icon thing. And this one here, on the other hand, can do 3000, since this one here is DDR4. We have 16 gigs here with both of these, I think. Yeah, 16 gigs. Once I check here now on the memory, you can see that I'm running 48 gigs, and it's actually running on 7200 megahertz, guys. And when I actually installed Windows on this PC, my RAM was only working on 5600 megahertz, I think it was. So I was losing some pretty significant performance there. And I'm about to show you exactly how you can actually fix this. So what we gotta do in the first place is basically restart our PC. Just like this here, boom, it's restarting. Now usually on your keyboard you have all these F keys here. You know, F9, F10, 11, 12. And usually to get into the BIOS, you have to spam all of these here at the same time. It will say here something on the bottom, then you get already into the BIOS. This right here now is the easy version, guys. You can see there's an easy mode on top and advanced. What we want to do is click on advanced. Then once we are in here now, we're going to take a look here under tweaker. For you it might be called a little bit different, guys, since every BIOS looks a little bit different. This right now here is a gigabyte one. But what you want to find, guys, is actually here on the left side, something like DDR5 XMP booster. And there we get it, guys. DDR5 XMP booster. And they can already see that I have the Hynix XMP 7200. And now it's super important, basically, that you check on your RAM itself that you get the exact same number. So for this one as example, this one here is a CL32 383896 RAM module. you can see the complete detail always on your RAM. I hope this camera is picking this up properly. But then all you gotta do is make sure that you go here on the right side and you check my RAM, as an example, is from Corsair. That's like the producer. It's Hynix RAM. We have the frequency, which is 7200, and then all we gotta do is basically check this exact number, which is on the back of my RAM and also on the package where I bought it. So therefore, if I open this up here now, Hynix, you can see there's a bunch of modules, and mine is actually 364646115. So therefore, the only thing which you gotta do is make sure that you have the right profile, Hynix, as you can see here. Mine is Hynix, Corsair, Hynix. So I'm going to select only from the Hynix one, not Micron, not whatever else is in here in this menu. And then all you gotta do is double check on your RAM where it says you exactly the number which you need. Like you can see it here on the RAM module, guys, the small text underneath where it says like 6000 megahertz, it says DDR5 6000 and then CL32 3896. So therefore, if I want to use XMP profile on this RAM, I just simply have to match the numbers. And on mine, as mentioned, it's here, this one. So therefore, I'm gonna select it. That's literally the whole entire magic behind it. Then just simply click under save and exit. It's going to ask you here, save and exit setup. And we're already good to go. Confirm and yes. PC is restarting, XMP profile is enabled. And next up, guys, I prepared for you Ultimate Performance Pack here for Season 4, which you can get from my official discord.gg/thestripes in the hashtag performance packs channels. It's going to be in here after I upload this video. And once you get it, we're gonna work through it now. First of all, we have the NVIDIA Profile Inspector, in which we have a dedicated profile, guys, which is basically going to give you the best settings for any NVIDIA GPU. What you want to do is open up the NVIDIA Profile Inspector. The link to it is as well in the file. Then you're going to search up Fortnite. Make sure that it's actually checked here in green. And now all you gotta do is import user-defined profile. Click on import profiles, and then all you gotta do is select the Stripes one from August 16th. Just simply click on OK, and all these settings are already applied. The only thing which you maybe want to change, guys, is maximum pre-rendered frames. If you're on a capable PC, guys, you actually want to put this to 1. This is what I personally use as well. This setting is going to reduce your FPS by a little bit, but give you so much less input delay. So therefore, you gotta have a somehow capable gaming PC to actually utilize this. If you're not so sure, guys, just simply use it on use the 3D application setting, and then click under apply changes. In this next step now, guys, we have RAM tweaks, virtual RAM size, and here you can select directly how much gigs of RAM you have on your PC. Just simply go into Task Manager, and for me, you can see right now here, I'm running 48 gigs of RAM. So for me, what I'm going to do is select the one which says 48 gigs. If you're of course running something like 4, 6, 8, 12 or something like that, you're going to select that one specifically. For me, as mentioned, it's 48, so therefore I'm going to add this registry key. And what this basically does is it applies for me the right virtual memory, guys. And this one is super important. It's going to give you all the correct values for your amount of RAM, guys. So therefore it's super easy to just apply with one click. And having the right virtual memory can help you out so much with stutter on your PC. And having your virtual memory selected properly, guys, can help you out so much, especially on devices with maybe only 4 to 8 gigs of RAM. Next up, we're going to take a look at Ultimate Performance Mode. This one you're going to open up. It's a very easy CMD script which is going to add for you the Ultimate Performance plan. Since a lot of people, when they actually try to set it up, they don't have this option. This one is actually disabled for most PCs, and if you have a gaming PC, you want to use either high performance or ultimate performance, which is even better. If it's for you not displayed here, all you guys gotta do is enable this bed here, right click onto it and run it as administrator. You can see then it's being applied, and once you refresh then your power options, you should then see the Ultimate Performance mode, providing ultimate performance on higher end PCs. So therefore make sure that you utilize this one here if you're on a stronger PC. On a low to mid end PC, I would recommend your high performance, which is already pre-enabled on most, but definitely don't utilize balance or power saving. You don't want to use these. And next up, guys, we have the Msi Mode utility v3. Here you get the link to the program directly, and what this tool does is actually insane. In the first place, make sure that you find your current GPU, and then you should see under supported modes line-based and MSI. Line-based is sort of like the older way, and MSI mode, it has nothing to do, by the way, with MSI, the brand itself. It's a faster communication way between your CPU and GPU, over reducing your system latency. So therefore, when it says here MSI, you definitely want to check this, especially when it says supported modes MSI. The interrupt priority, a lot of people say that actually putting it on high is the best one, some say on normal. For me, I actually keep it on normal. This gave me the best results as of right now. Just simply make sure that the MSI mode is checked for your current GPU. It should work for any GPU from like the last decade or even older. And next up, we have low performance visuals. This one is also a very easy registry tweak, basically setting the effects for best performance on your Windows and also disabling some additional features of Windows, which basically just have visual appearances. Therefore, what you're going to do is double click onto this one and click under yes, and then you're gonna add it to a registry. And what this basically does for you is adjust everything for the best performance in your performance options under visual effects. The only thing which I could recommend you to maybe leave on is show thumbnails instead of icons. That's kind of like nice to have, you know, because other than that you don't see video previews if you maybe get some Fortnite clips or whatever. Then click on apply and okay, and you're good to go with this one here as well. And then finally guys, we have the clean PC tool, which I coded completely myself guys. It also has a small description, run as admin or it won't open up. All you guys can do, right click onto it and run as administrator, click on the yes, and then you are in the tool. It can basically clean any sort of temporary files or any junk from your PC without having to install programs like CC Cleaner or all of these. So what we're going to do in the first place is press 1 actually and press enter to clean all the temporary files from our PC. Then we can also clean specific browser cache if you guys want to do this. This is not really a huge performance increase. I just kind of put it in here because I thought it was cool, you know what I'm saying. Then Windows Update cache, this one 100% you want to actually make sure to clean once in a while. Then we also have prefetch files, which we're also going to delete here real quick. Then also memory dump files, also very important. And Windows delivery optimization files next up as well. We're also going to delete here real quick. And finally guys, DirectX shader cache. This one you want to actually clean up after every single Fortnite season. Because DirectX shader cache basically works like this. Every time you hop into a new game, it's going to create files which are going to help you out to pre-render or preload basically maps or the Fortnite BR map, so that you have faster loading time every single time you hop into a game. But after especially a new Fortnite season or like a major update, it's always better to recreate fresh DirectX shader cache since stuff has changed. So therefore press 9 here real quick and then you can see all the DirectX shader cache is cleaned. And now once you hop into Fortnite, it might take 1 or 2 games actually to restore the DirectX shader cache again. So therefore don't be worried if you have maybe a little bit of stutter or lower FPS. It's going to take a few games for it to rebuild properly again. But then afterwards it's gonna be better than ever. So I know we're going to close the tool, and this is so far with all of the important tweaks which I would recommend you to do.